seen. I've watched the game 50 years. No one has ever put the ball in the basket better than he does. But once you get to that place, now we're comparing you with the 10 greatest players that ever lived. This is where the conversation goes.
I'm just going to tell you from a high level, and by the way, Monica, I think you would see it this way too. I feel like Shannon's comment, like to me, like that's like, it feels like a lazy take. People are going to remember him getting swept. Like I feel like, ask Steph Curry how he's going to remember Kevin Durant. Ask Draymond Green and Klay Thompson. I know that people walking outside are fans, but at the end of the day, if you're Kevin Durant, you have to remember how your peers, how those guys are gonna think about you. That's what matters the most. Yeah. The respect you get in the locker room, not from the guy that says, oh, you got swept by Boston.
And you're up 3-1 and you lose that lead and you ultimately lose that series to the Golden State Warriors, only to turn around and join them a month later. Okay, that's a blemish. We were told that it was about Russell Westbrook, but then later on we learned it was about Sam Presti and how you didn't necessarily particularly like getting along with him. Then you're in Golden State and you're winning championships, and somehow, some way, people were saying you were never happy. Then you decide to depart from the great Steph Curry to join Kyrie Irving. And there's a whole bunch of stuff that goes on in Brooklyn that ends up through no fault of KD's, but it ends up being an absolute disaster where you only got out of the first round one time. And so you look at it from that standpoint. Then you go to Phoenix. And when you go to Phoenix, okay, you've lost your last 6 playoff games. You're 6-9 overall in playoff games. People are looking at the Phoenix Suns and saying, y'all wouldn't have gotten to the second round last year if Kawhi Leonard hadn't gotten hurt. I'm saying, that's what I just suspected is all I'm trying to say.
But if Kevin Durant, and I think a lot of people are going to agree with me. Okay. If Kevin Durant were to leave Phoenix, people are going to say Kevin Durant keeps running from the grind. Because everywhere he been, with the exception of Golden State, it was a grind. Okay. OKC was a grind because he was going to have to get over Golden State. He joined Golden State. That was smooth sailing. You win in 67, 68 games a season. You go to Brooklyn. It starts to become, oh, it's another grind. Here come Boston, and you got Milwaukee. That's a grind. In Phoenix, you got these young guns. You got OKC. You got Ant-Man. You got the Nuggets. So now it's going to start to look, if he were to leave, and it might not be, but I'm saying perception is a person's reality. And sometimes reality is not always
Last
true.
comment, Molly, Shannon. This is what we have to acknowledge. It is incredibly sad that we have to have the kind of discussion that we're having about Kevin Durant, considering how great and how phenomenal this dude is. It's a damn shame that anybody in any basketball platform has to have this conversation. But it's a byproduct of him continuously finding himself in situations where people are looking at him and saying he is not happy. He doesn't see, I'm telling you right now, there's numerous executives I've spoken to. The one thing they say religiously, the guy never seems happy. That's what they say. He never seems happy.
Got it all.
So I wanted to make this video talking about Kevin Durant. I told y'all I'm going to be on his ass if he lost to Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves, which he ended up getting swept. So like I said, I'm going to have a couple of videos about Kevin Durant because I'm highly disappointed. As somebody who was a KD fan and at one point in time even thought he was better than LeBron, he been a disappointment. But since he out of the playoffs now, I think Kevin Durant about to turn 30, I think he turned like 37 this year, 36, 37, so he getting up there. And it's not looking like he gonna win another ring no time soon, unless he switch teams and go to the Nuggets or something like that, which we know KD might, but if he do that, that's not gonna help his legacy also. So I'm gonna talk about where Kevin Durant ranks all time as of right now. Because I thought, like, if you would have asked me after he won his second finals MVP and, you know, won his second title with the Warriors, was that 2019, I think, I probably would have projected Kevin Durant being a top 10 player of all time. And I think most of us thought that KD had a strong possibility to be a top 10 player of all time. You know, if you would have asked in the mid 2000s, I mean the mid 2010s, most people would have been like, yeah, KD gonna go down as one of the top 10 players of all time. But to me, that's out of the question for sure. He never really reached it. I don't think he ever gonna reach it. I already got my top 10 list. I don't see KD getting put over any of them players unless a miracle happened. The same with LeBron. Like I said, if LeBron magically somehow wins 2 more titles and at his age, then maybe LeBron can be the GOAT. But I don't see that happening, just like I don't see KD leading the team to another title. And just like LeBron, unless they go to whole new teams, which is going to help hurt their legacy even more. Because when you start looking at LeBron, if he lead the Lakers, that'd be 4 times. 4 times he done switch teams. If KD leave the Suns, that's going to make Warriors, Nets. Yeah, that's gonna make 4 times too that he done switched teams. So you ain't gonna get no credit for that for team hopping 4 times, and then of course you're gonna go to an already stacked team. So it's like you're not gonna get the credit that you deserve. KD will have to win a championship on the Suns, and LeBron will have to win a championship on the Lakers for it to really move them, up on the all-time list. And I just don't see that happening. Now, when I made my top 10 players of all time list, which I'm gonna put at the end of this video, I had KD because I was doing the honorable mentions. I had KD as a top 15 player at the time, and I actually just made this video earlier this year, which is funny. I had KD probably around somewhere between 13 and 15, probably. Um, but now after seeing this, KD then dropped to like in the 20s range. Like I got KD now ranked somewhere between 20 and 30, like in the middle, like 23, 25, something like that. Or maybe even 20. I haven't sat down and really made my list and really broke it down like that. So I can't say for sure where I have KD ranked, but it's not close to the top 10 no more. And like I said, I don't even know if he could be top 15. Like, his resume, I'm not going to hate because he did accomplish what he accomplished. Like, he do have 2 rings, 2 MVPs. He do have, I think, 2 or 3 scoring titles. He do have a league MVP, and, all-star games, all NBA, one of the best scorers of all time. So he has to be, that's why I still got him like a top 25 player of all time, which is great. You can't deny his skill, but KD has been a disappointment. Like, ever since he left the Warriors, like, it's been a disappointment. He went to the Nets. He made it to the second round, didn't do nothing. Now he with the Suns for 2 years. They didn't do nothing at all. And he done played with great players. I know on the Nets, Kyrie was injured, in and out the lineup. Harden was in and out. Like, he got that excuse, but it ain't no excuse for him being on the Suns playing with a player that's as good as Devin Booker. And then Bradley Beal was terrible. He been injured this season. He been on and off, so he ain't been that. But they still shouldn't have got swept like that. I'm sorry. KD being as good as you is and Devin Booker, you shouldn't have just let Anthony Edwards just punk you like that. Like, Carmelo even just said that about Anthony Edwards. Like, ain't no way I would have been letting him trash talk me and just punk me like he did KD. And that's true. Like, KD, you too much of a talented scorer and too good to, like, just accept that. But this goes to KD personality of just being passive aggressive. Like, like KD just don't have that dog. We always talk about LeBron not having that dog in him. KD don't have it in him. Like, like when he was with the Warriors and able to just front run just like LeBron, he was able to do it. But when it's stuff getting tough, like KD just not getting it done. So, I don't want to bash KD because, I still like KD. I still can't take away what he done. He's still one of the greatest scorers and players ever. But, all of the hate, basically what I'm saying, all of the hate that he got for joining the Warriors, which I didn't give to him because y'all, like, that's why I hate people pick and choose. Like, then people make excuses for LeBron team hopping, but y'all don't want to give KD the same, the same benefit of the doubt. That's why I don't hold KD going to the Warriors against him, or even the Nets, because of Draymond. I would have left and said fuck Draymond and the Warriors too. But like I said, the Suns should have been his last stop, and there's no excuse for them getting swept and being as bad as they was. I forgot where they finished last year, or if they even made the playoffs last year. So yeah, I can't keep co-signing KD. He's still a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like I said, still a top 25 player. So, out of all of the thousands and thousands of players that there is to be top 25, still a beat. So, KD don't make, I'm not saying KD a bum or just, being biased and just saying dumb shit. But overall, no, like I had KD like the top 15. He didn't move back. And then I don't see, but he still got time to redeem himself. Like I said, his career not over. Just like LeBron, it's a long shot, and I don't predict them doing nothing. But like I don't see KD winning another MVP. Like, it looked like them years going because he haven't even been in the top discussion over the past couple years. He haven't even came close to being the MVP. So we know that's out of the question. So it's really just come down to can he win another ring in the finals MVP, and that's not looking good, just like LeBron. So, it looked like he gonna end his career. He might play a couple more years, move up on the all-time points and three-pointers list and stuff like that. But he's not gonna be able to crack the top 10 at all. That's just my opinion. So, yeah, that's it. I just wanted to make this quick video. I ain't gonna make it too long. But yeah, I got KD then dropped from the top 15 to top 25 for me. I'm just extremely disappointed in him, man. Looking at everything he done did outside of the Warriors, you know, this ain't been good. He was a part of the OKC that gave up a 3-1 lead. I know Westbrook get more blame for that because how bad Westbrook played than Kevin Durant, but um yeah, I can't, but he won the MVP and scoring titles with OKC, but he never was able to get over that hump. And then since he then left the Warriors, because that's what everybody went to see. Once he leave the Warriors, can he prove himself? And he haven't even been able to get to a conference final. So maybe next year Bradley Beal be healthier. They have more team chemistry. He can do something, but I just don't see it because I don't trust Devin Booker either. I trust him. He's a great scorer and he's a great player. That's why I said KD do got help. You can't deny Devin Booker's talent, but Devin Booker don't have that in him either to lead a team to a championship and really be that dude for real. So, it is what it is basically. But y'all tell me what y'all think. Where y'all got KD ranked now?